Aloha mai kākou. I'm Kono Davis with MEMA. It's really good to see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. It's kind of small crowd today, quaint. Maybe we come all closer together and we sit down or something, you know, make it a whole pono kind. But anyways, yeah, I've been up for, I don't know, 36 some odd hours right now, so forgive me, I gotta read off my notes. Normally I try to, you know, study my spiel and be able to deliver it, but I'm sorry, my brain capacity is diminished today. So if I stumble or forget some words, I apologize in advance. So today we're going to talk about the hazard mitigation plan. The HMP is a 5-year plan. It is redone every 5 years. The current plan expires in November of 2025. So currently our plan has gone through several stages, a public comment period. Right now it's in the submission to HAIMA or the state, as well as Region 9 FEMA, and it's sitting at that level right now. They both have to approve before it comes back to Maui, and then we can have another draft resolution for the County of Maui adoption. So Maui County will have to adopt the plan. And then there is also a portion where we have to draft a maintenance plan and be on top of the plan as it, you know, it perpetuates. Currently, this plan is part of a bigger, well, it is the bigger plan with many parts of a smaller plan. We also have what is called the Wildfire Risk Reduction Plan, and you may hear similar terminology across different organizations because some of the plans do intersect and cross over. We are currently trying to marry them so that there is no duplication of effort. And there's many plans that fall under this hazard mitigation plan. But the main concept is that it identifies risk in our community. It singles out ways that we can mitigate those plans and overcome those plans, especially after a disaster or a declaration. The Wildfire Risk Reduction Plan also has sub-plans within it for MEMA. We have a Hazardous Fuels Reduction Program, which removes hazardous fuels around the island. And you'll hear similar from the fire department, who also has a wildfire reduction type of plan, which is more like this one, the Vegetation Management Program. And then we also have stuff like, you know, thank you, Hiko, for coming, the PSPS plan, which is a really good plan, folks. Like, it's a really good plan. The hardening of their system, the way that it shuts off to reduce the wildfire risk, you know, it's a really good plan. I know everybody was like, oh, you know, there's so many unknowns and whatnot. And to tell you the truth, I was a little bit apprehensive in the beginning, but as we've been going through, you know, our red flag warnings and whatnot, it's proven, it's showing that it's a really good plan. It's actually causing a lot of safety factors that we didn't have before. So give Hiko a hand. I'll get my payment later. JK. So funding, there's several different ways that we fund these programs. These programs do not come out of the taxpayers' money or the county budget. We get federal funding. The first one that I want to talk about is HMGP, or the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program. The Hazard Mitigation Grant Program is a FEMA-funded program. It is a program that you can apply for. It's a long-term program, and it's normally after a disaster declaration. The Hazard Mitigation Grant Program also allows us to attach it to our hazard mitigation plan, and we can create steps to accomplish the goals that we set forth in those plans. Currently, we have 7 projects in our hazard mitigation plan, and that is throughout the whole county. I'm not going to go through all of them, but one of the main ones is for Lahaina is, and I'm going to read this one because I get tongue-tied every time. It's called the Lahaina Drought and Wildfire Mitigation Project. And if some of you have heard about it, it's trying to put our precious resource of water back into the Aina here in Lahaina. You know, Lahaina back in the day was a wetland, and you wouldn't be able to tell now. But the grant is trying to restore some of that very important natural resources that we had before. Also, grants that help us out a lot, but may not necessarily live with us, like the CDBG-DR grant, so the Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery Program, which currently sits in the Office of Recovery right now, and all the efforts that the Office of Recovery is conducting, they can tap into the grant, which is very, very helpful, especially after our very unfortunate disaster that we had here in the West Side. There's a lot of good stuff going on in regards to the departments, fire, Office of Recovery, even in the Maui Emergency Management Agency. We're putting together education and platforms, which I'm going to come and talk about next, regarding how we can keep you all safe. So speaking of one of our newest programs, Genesis, I spoke on this the last time I was up at Lahaina Intermediate. This platform here only works if you download the program. We can't send you alert through Genesis if you don't download it. So we highly suggest, we have our staff in the back there. We have all the QR codes on those banners. We highly suggest that you download the program. It is still a work in progress. We are new at it. We are constantly training on it and trying to find ways to improve it. And as well as finding the pukas, right? Like, we don't know how it's going to work in our demographic until we work it. And so we've been going full force in regard to when we use it all the time. Whenever we can, we'll use it. It doesn't only do evacuations. It has a platform where it sends you alerts in a message, just like our MEMA alerts, but then we could also follow up with when you go back. So not only when you have to evacuate, but when you can go back, which we didn't really have a great platform to do that. It was an overarching alert system. This system will choose zones, and we can identify different levels of advisories or orders or warnings as it pertains to the proximity of the hazard, whether it's a fire or whatever, tsunami. So who doesn't have this on their phone? Don't be shy. Kim, oh, I called out Kim. Kim, you and I are going to have a conversation after, okay? Anyways, go, if you don't, Kim, there's a QR code over there. Eden is waving. She will help you whenever you want, during our speeches or after. We'll be here for a little bit. Little bit of a video. I don't know how to play it, but try this.
Life in Maui County is beautiful, but we know how quickly nature can change. When emergencies happen, every second counts. To help keep you safe, the County of Maui is introducing the Genesis Protect evacuation app. With Genesis Protect, you'll receive instant alerts, detailed evacuation, and up-to-date safety information right at your fingertips. Stay prepared, stay safe, stay connected with Genesis Protect. Visit mauicounty.gov/Genesis for details on how to download the Genesis app.
Sound like we're at the movies, yeah, or something. I wish I could deliver the speech like that. I cannot. But yeah, go ahead and download the app, please. It's very important on how we can reach you in case of an emergency. So coupled with our Genesis app, we also have another very, very important tool called Lazarus AI. And this is artificial intelligence software that allows us to model all different types of scenarios, road blockages, demographics of people in an area, so we know how many people are actually in that area. We can add, we can take away people, so like if there's an area that there's a lot of tourists, we can add a higher number and it'll model up for us how long it'll take all those people to get out of a particular area. The really cool part right now is we are leaning on a hazard mitigation. Chris, tell me the Protect grant. What is it again? Post-fire grant. So the HMGP, which is Hazard Mitigation Program grant, there's a post-fire grant with that also tagged on to our Lahaina fire, which allowed us to have some money to be able to acquire this technology. Not only the technology, but we're going to bring the professionals here, the ones that designed the program, and they're going to come and they're going to model our entire county. They're going to entire the whole county. I mean, South Maui, Central, Upcountry, North, West Maui, East Maui, Lanai City, and Kaunakakai, Molokai. So they're going to be here for several months on the island, just making sure that all the roads that they see is what it is. So early on when we were doing the Genesis evac or the Genesis Protect, we noticed that like HP Alani or Honoapi Lani Highway was 2 lanes, right? It showed 2 lanes on the program. And so we had to add in the data to make it accurate, so it would become 4 lanes. So these wonderful people from Shane's, is that correct, Chris? The group, Shane's? Yeah. Anyway, the group is going to come with a team of professionals and software providers to come and model our entire county. And it's going to be really good because, I don't know where the clicker went, because when we try to do it, it's like we don't know the program as well as the people that designed it. So bring them in and, let's just get it done right off the bat. So Maui is in dire need of having this information available, not only because we're going to be prepared for the next one, but to ease the angst and the anxiety that's happened from the last one. So this is going to be a really good thing for Maui. So the Ladris AI is part of our all hazards risk management and assessment for the Maui County. And it is also coupled with all the other hazard mitigation programs that all MEMA, Fire Department, Office of Recovery has. And that's all I have for today. And I think we're going to do questions at the end, Mahina? At the end? Yeah.
Thank you, Kono. And he's a retired fire battalion chief himself.